Did you hear about Troop 123? Their entire trailer got stolen with all their gear in it. Hey, ScouterStan. You know, it's a basic fact. There can be a basic target painted on the equipment for thieves. These pirates of materials, there are multiple reasons why. We won't get into it, but thieves are looking for an opportunity. And as adult leaders, we need to protect the gear that we need for campouts. Nothing would be worse than to show up at your facility where you're meeting to go camping, and your trailer with your tents and your stoves and all your equipment is gone. Nothing could be worse. It cancels everything. It changes the whole dynamics of the scouting thing. Okay, so you need your equipment. There are several categories to look at when you're looking at equipment. The first big one, of course, is storage. A lot of chartered locations will donate a shed or a building or an area in their facility where things can be locked up. It's a good idea to do that, but you need to take it a step further. Now, if you're keeping your stuff in a trailer, it's basically putting all your gear on wheels, so it can be rolled away. Yeah, think about that, okay? You need to immobilize it. Many of the trailers have these locks that go on the hitch, and that prevents anybody from hitching it. But it doesn't prevent somebody from lassoing the front of the hitch with a rope or something and then dragging it off to where they could break the lock and hook it up and take your trailer. So one of the big things that I recommend is boots. Okay, you can go on the different websites on the internet. It's a metal boot that clamps onto the tire. It has a big bottom hook on the bottom. That will prevent dragging off the trailer somewhere where they can break the lock and hitch it up normal. That alone will help. A lot of times with trailers, the hinges are wide open. And with a screwdriver and a hammer, you can pop the hinges out, open the trailer, and all the gear is available to whoever wants to take it. So you need to get something to cover the hinges of the doors, and you need to cover the lock some way, okay? And you need to boot any of the trailers. Even if the trailer is empty, it needs to be safeguarded. If the trailer has gear in it, it really needs that protection. So that's super critical to think of those things as an adult leader. This is your equipment. You worked hard fundraising for this equipment. It would be terrible if it got stolen. The second thing is not only just storage and trailers, is that you also have trailers that may have canoes on them or kayaks. These need to be either in a building, okay? You can push the cart into a building so that they're protected not only from weather but from thievery. And you need to lock it all up with a boot and all that stuff. So it needs to be done that way. Vehicles. Some troops have buses. They actually have a bus. These vehicles, they may have a truck or a bus, but they need to be safed also. You need to lock them up. Do not keep the keys in the vehicle. If you're storing the vehicle for any period of time, remove the battery. That makes sense. Put the battery in a locked shed. That will prevent people breaking into the vehicle and doing what they call hot wiring, plugging it together, making it start. That'll prevent it completely. No battery. Most thieves do not show up with a very heavy battery. So they're planning to steal your battery. So that being the case, those are some of the areas, whether it be storage, trailers, and vehicles. You need to keep them safe. One of the other big things you need to do as an adult leader, a lot of troops and even packs will have a quartermaster. They usually will have youth quartermasters, and they'll have an adult that handles the youth quartermasters. Packs, not so much. It's usually all, because that's all adult led, whereas in a troop or a crew, that is youth led. So that's a little bit different. With a pack, you're going to have somebody that's a quartermaster is going to take care of the Pinewood Derby track. They're going to take care of all the different things that the pack needs, flags and all the equipment that you rely on. Not so much as camping equipment, although there are packs out there who are just as equipped for camping, if not better, as troops and crews are. So that being said, the crew will often have youth that will actually be quartermasters, and they work with an adult, and that adult makes sure the equipment is locked up, make sure that the equipment is secured. And one of the big things is that it should also be identified. Every stove in there should have your troop 1, 2, 3 right on the stove, big letters. You can get stencils and spray paint them on. You can put your logo on all these things. Those are ways of tracking your equipment. Now, if you have some expensive equipment, say projectors or computers or laptops, you need to get a microdot. Look into that. Microdots are these little, I mean, they're tiny, little tiny things, but you basically glue this inside the unit and it identifies it. So if it ends up at a pawn shop or something like that, it will identify that it is stolen property and it will get back to you, and we can actually go through that process of getting these people who stole your equipment. So that being the case, make sure it's identified, make sure your equipment is identified. In reality, there's no stopping a very determined thief. They're going to steal it regardless. So it's our job to slow them down and to trip them up as far as identifying the equipment. So keep a good list of all the equipment that you have. Do not keep it in the facility. Make sure that that list is kept at home. I've had units put it on thumb drives and keep it in their pocket. It may be important when you're out camping. There's been issues while camping. The campers and the leadership goes off in a secured camp, come back and the trailer's gone. So, you know, if the list of what's in the trailer is in the trailer, you got a problem. So keep it separate, okay? Keep it in the cloud, keep it on your cell phone, do it somewhere. Keep extra copies of it. But you have to have a list of all these things, okay? And all the important papers. Very, very important to keep all of that separate from the equipment in case it does get stolen. I know this isn't a bright and cheery subject. Nothing going on. It's just, it's 2020, right? That's what happens these days. But definitely take care of your equipment. At the end of the day, technically, the equipment belongs to the charter. Okay, so the charter should do the insurance and making sure things are locked up too. So keep that in mind. Okay. I tell you what, if we can just slow them down and deter them, that's a good thing. So, but till next time, I'll see you on the trail.